Hi, everyone. Can a criminal charge or conviction interfere with your custody? This is Christina Williams with Just Criminal Law.
And this is David Mann, legal storytelling specialist. Okay, yeah, so people have different things that have happened in their past, and how do the different types of crimes or criminal charges affect things going forward in your arrangement?
Well, imagine that you're breaking up with your significant other, and you have a prior conviction on your record, and your significant other is trying to threaten you with not getting custody of the children because of this prior conviction. Now, will that interfere? Is that a valid threat? And really, that depends on how long ago was that conviction. And, are you off of probation? Have you been a good parent? Are you participating in your child's life? That old conviction is probably not going to have any weight in the custody arrangement now that you're splitting up with your significant other.
So what happens when, how do you get involved in helping this to not turn out badly for people?
Well, if the proceeding is, going to take place, that is, you're going to split up and custody, visitation, child support needs to be determined, and it hasn't yet, and you get a criminal charge, then I'll be able to, help you prevent maybe getting that conviction or, getting the best deal possible, and really not letting that play into what the judge looks at as far as your character in determining custody.
Okay, and what are the different, you would handle anything from a DUI, which is a criminal conviction or criminal charge, all the way up to really, really serious things as well. And I imagine there must be different impact on your custody arrangement based on the level of crime, or am I wrong about that?
No, you're correct. If, the person gets a DUI and they've never been in trouble before, and it's an isolated incident, then that's probably not going to affect your custody or visitation at all. Now, if you're accused of something serious, like a crime of violence or an allegation of sexual assault, that can definitely play into how your custody turns out in that proceeding against your ex.
I imagine that things that have to do that really only involved you, like a DUI, but naturally you wouldn't expect that to have as much impact on the custody arrangement. But things that have to do with violence against the actual spouse or children would have way more. And are there different types of levels of violence that would be considered?
Yes, and what the judge is looking at is the totality of the circumstances. If this is happening in front of the children, then yes, that definitely weighs against you. If you get into a confrontation with a stranger, say at a bar, and you end up getting an aggravated assault charge, that's probably going to weigh in less. The judge just wants to know what kind of parent or what kind of person are you, and is the environment that your children in at all going to adversely affect them either physically or emotionally.
Okay, and you can help people with this before it's too late and they're stuck with years of something that they don't want. You can help them with that. So they might want to get in touch with you after hearing about this. And how do they do that?
Sure, we'll include a link in the description where they can call, text, or chat with a member of my team anytime, day or night. Here at Just Criminal Law, we know you only get one shot at justice, so make yours count.